Ciao and welcome. Today I will be cooking a potato pizza. This is a southern Italian recipe. The version I'll be cooking today is from Bari in Puglia, but there are other versions, specifically Naples and also in Calabria. This is one of the simplest. I've boiled a large potato and it's still a little bit warm, and I'm now removing the skin. Very easy, as you can see. This weighs 600 grams, so you can use a mixture of smaller potatoes. I fancied a large jacket potato today. And I'm mashing it down, but I'm leaving it fairly rough so that there is a little bit of the odd piece of whole potato. But if you want to mash it to a pulp, it's fine as well. Okay, I'll move my mashed potato into a larger mixing bowl next. Next I'll add some salt and pepper, more pepper than salt, a handful of parsley, some grated cheddar, followed by grated Parmesan cheese. This is a fresh ball of mozzarella. You can choose whatever cheese you like. I'm choosing these 3 cheeses. Mozzarella is fairly mild, the cheddar is mature and quite strong, and the Parmesan is a little bit more delicate and elegant. This is oak smoked ham, and I will be using 4 slices, which I think is the extent of the pack. Yes, and I'll slice it into little pieces, strips first, and then lots of little squares. This is where lots of variants can be introduced. Some people put mortadella, some people put sausages or bacon, whatever you like, but I think ham is the more common ingredient that is used in this recipe, so I'm sticking with ham. And I can add it to the rest of the ingredients. 1 egg to help combine everything together, and a tiny little amount of olive oil. The olive oil will make the paste a little bit smoother. I've got some water here, so I'll just quickly dip them in water, and I'll go in and I'll start mixing everything together. The water will prevent you getting really sticky and messy hands, and the best way to do this, by the way, is to just get hold of it with your hand and squeeze it like this, and like so, and that will amalgamate all of the ingredients together. No more than 20 seconds and it's done, and if you look, my hands are a little bit sticky, but I'll leave. A little olive oil in an oven dish, and using a brush I'm spreading it across the base but also against the sides like this. These are breadcrumbs. I'll just spread them at the bottom of my dish, and I'll give it a good mix including the sides, and I'll allow the rest of the breadcrumbs to go back into my container like this. I'll put my right hand back in water once again, and I'll start filling the dish with my mixture. Being that my hand is wet, this is considerably easier, and it helps me in compacting it really well. And before it goes in the oven, I'll add a little bit more breadcrumbs at the very top, not a lot, just enough to cover the surface like this. And this will make the top of my potato pizza lovely and crispy with a beautiful golden color. And in true southern Italian style, I'm adding a few little knobs of butter on the top, followed by 1 final drizzle of olive oil. Before it goes in the oven, I'll wipe the edge so that it will be easier and kinder to me for the washing up. I'm not sure if I mentioned that it was very easy and quick, but it is ready to go in the oven. 30 minutes, 180 degrees. I'll see you then. And my potato pizza has been out of the oven for a good 10 minutes, and it is safe to touch. And I wanted to show you that beautiful golden color I was referring to, and also the breadcrumbs. I'm not sure if you can hear it, hope you will. They're lovely and crispy. Having rested for a few minutes, it's going to be considerably easier to cut, and I'm going around the edges with a spatula to loosen it up. This is going to be a side dish for us, and we will be eating it this evening alongside some lamb. But one of the good things about this dish is that you can eat it now when it's hot, or you can eat it when it's warm, or if you like, you can put it in the fridge and eat it the day after. Cold is also very nice. The longer you leave it, the easier to slice it, but I will be using a steak knife as it is still warm and it's going to be easier for me. And even after 10 minutes, it's actually very easy to cut. And here it is. Let's lift 1 portion. Oh, lovely. That is perfect. I fancy this very crispy little piece, because it's going to be even crunchier. It's to die for. Really delicious, quite rich, but very well balanced. And if you crush the potatoes but leave them with a little bit of texture, that will add a little bit more texture, I suppose. It's delicious. Try and make it, and let me know how you get on. And again, as I said before, you can put sausages or bacon or pancetta, anything you like, or you can make it vegetarian and do not add any meat. Well, let me know how you get on anyway. Thank you for watching, arrivederci, grazie, and as always, buon appetito. Ciao ciao.